Hi guys, let's scroll down to pattern focus and see if my phone will change. Go to this one, which is Alien Alcatraz, which is an interesting name, and see what happens. I've not seen this one done. Nobody has a video out yet. And it appears to be sort of a lily-like flower. This is what we're aiming for, not these not these pieces, but this piece here. So it's almost like a calla lily. Easy to draw though. So it looks like step one is to do this sort of a roundy V shape. And then step two is to not quite connect these two, but to kind of come up and over in a also sort of a roundy V shape. And then to come down and down. I'd almost be tempted to just draw this as one continuous line like that. And then in the middle, we're going to put a little curve, and then we're going to fill it in either completely full or like this with leaving a bit of a shine to it, which is probably what I'll do. So I like this. I'm trying to think of how I want to do it. But I'm going to start with this. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and turn on my light. There we go. Is it on all the way? There. Okay, I like to have a little border. You guys know that by now. I would hope you know that by now. If you're new, hi, welcome. I like borders. I don't always draw the border, but I like to not be right up against the edge of my paper. That's just me. I think I'm going to create I'm going to put it on a diagonal. I'm going to create some sort of a shape like that, maybe. And I'm going to put them here. I'm going to put a long one here and maybe here and then some on top. I think I want the shorter ones on top and the longer ones behind. So I'm going to do 1, 2 there for sure. And then maybe here, 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 and here. Okay, so I'm going to make this one and this one first. I'm just trying to visualize it in my head. So I'm going to do this sort of, see if I can draw it so that it's right side up for you. It can be sideways for me, that's fine. Kind of a curvy V shape like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw this. Well, maybe not. Maybe you do need to kind of anchor yourself with the shape like this, and then come down and in, and down and in. Okay, that's good. I think I'd like it better if I was looking at it from my angle. Let me see if I can stand over here. No, I can't stand there and draw. Maybe this way. That's not too sideways for you. Like that and like that. Okay, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. That's awesome. Maybe if I draw it this way. That'll be fine. I can draw it upside down for me. Pretty cool shape, huh? Now I want one here, overlapping. I want that, and then that. Just come down like that. Yep, that's good. I want one up here. And I want one about in here. And maybe one shorter one over here. A rogue one. Okay, and then I'm going to do some like flux leafy shapes, kind of. So it's Thanksgiving already. What are you guys thankful for? I know it's a cheesy thing, but it's true. You know, the more we acknowledge the things that we're thankful for, the more we look for them, and the happier we are. I'm happiest when I recognize the things that I'm grateful for. I am so grateful for a loving family, for a home. There are so many people in California that don't have homes anymore because of those devastating fires recently. Oh, I didn't do the little circle things. Yeah, so I'm absolutely blessed with the life I have. I've got you guys, got a YouTube community, we've got an art community, not just YouTube, but the art community in general, which is a fabulous bunch of people. I've not met an artist that hasn't been loving and compassionate and very empathetic. I think that part of the nature of people who are artists is that they are very empathetic. So, you know, this is basically it. I'm done. I just need to sign it. Give it a name here. It's, what is it called? Alien Alcatraz. There we go. We'll go around the edge. Alien Alcatraz. Yeah. So I was recently reading a story that a lady wrote to. I'm you guys know I love to cruise. And so I am on Facebook. I follow John Heald, who is the brand ambassador of Carnival Cruises. And, you know, he often gets people who write to him and complain about this, that, or the other on the cruise. One thing or another. It's part of his job, and he knows it. It's just, it can be wearing on him, poor guy. But there's also lots of people who, you know, tell about their great... Oh, I didn't color in those. What's the deal? Why am I not coloring those in? I need to do that. Anyway, that, you know, there are people who talk about good things on their cruises and the fun that they've had. Well, a lady wrote in recently and told her story of how she and her fiance fled the Northern California Paradise Fire, and they had literally less than 5 minutes to get out of the house. And so they went running in the house, and she and her fiance, you know, they grabbed the pets and they grabbed some clothes and left, fleeing as fast as they could. And the horrifying things that they saw as they left their town just stick in my mind. People getting out of their cars and running into the flame to escape the flame because that was the only way out. Just boggles my mind. And whether those people survived or not, we don't know. It's horrible. But she said that she was thankful that that she and her fiance and her pets survived. And they survived with only the few things that they managed to pack in that 2 or 3 minutes that they ran back in the house and packed stuff. But what she wanted to share was how funny, you know, I guess if you haven't had an idea of a plan as to, you know, here's your bug out bag. My mom lives in a high fire area, and she actually has had to evacuate to my house during a really severe fire that burned many of her neighbors' homes. And so she has a bug out bag. She has it right by the door, and it has copies. It doesn't have originals, but it has copies of all of her important papers. You know, insurance policies, driver's licenses, passports, birth certificates. The originals are locked in her fireproof safe, or maybe in her safe deposit box. She may have it in her safe deposit box, but she has copies of all her important papers that show she can have it with her. She has, you know, a few days of clothes. She's got some things, her copies of her medications, a variety of things that she has in this bug out bag that she has ready by the door. Boom. They go with her, right? And then if she has time, then she has other things that she has thought of already that this is what she would grab if, you know, if she had 5 minutes, if she had 10 minutes, if she had an hour. There's a priority list of things that she would take with her if she had to evacuate. Well, these people, you know, obviously weren't prepared for this, and so they ran in and they grabbed whatever they thought of, like, immediately. And she said that it was funny, like, all the clothes that they grabbed out of their closet were their clothes that they wear on their cruise. They're formal wear for some reason. That's what popped into their head. And she grabbed her memorabilia, her photo album from the last cruise, and she grabbed her Ship on a Stick from a cruise. And she thought it was hilarious that the both of them found that the things that meant the most to them were memories from their cruises. And she just wanted to share with the brand ambassador, and that she was excited that they had already booked and paid for a cruise in December, and they were looking forward to going on their cruise for Christmas as, you know, a bright spot, a thankful moment in this hard time that they're going through. And it just made me appreciate just how you can go through life and you can complain about your horrible situation. You can. I mean, they have every right. They have lost everything. Not only have they lost their home, but they've lost their income because the place that they used to work has also burned down. They've lost neighbors and friends, and people that they know have actually died. And there is no town left to go back to. Their whole community is gone. So they have every right to complain and to be bitter and to be, sad but they're not. They're grateful to a community of people that they have met while on vacation, and they're looking forward to being with those people again in December. And I just found that to be really poignant. And that's how I want to live my life, that even when I have an adverse and terrible thing happen to me, if I can grasp onto some moment of happiness and contentment and remember that, that will serve me well in those dark times. So I just wanted to share that story with you, and ask that if on this Thanksgiving Day, if you have a spare bit of money, would you consider looking up legitimate, I'm not going to tell you where to donate because that's not my place, but would you thoughtfully and prayerfully consider making a donation to the places that are trying to help these people to rebuild their lives somewhere, somehow. Now, I know that there are people who say that they're going to go back and they're going to build their homes again and they're going to rebuild their community. And then there are others who just can't. They just can't go back there, and they're going to have to rebuild their lives elsewhere. Both sets of those people need help. And so please just research before you give. Make sure that where you're giving is giving money appropriately. I personally give using our church's emergency disaster funds, but there are other places, so I'm not telling you where to give, but if you would maybe do that this Thanksgiving, and it doesn't necessarily have to be for the Paradise Fire people. Maybe there's a place in your heart that's just calling to you to give for some other thing, your local animal shelter, or your local church, or your wildlife fund, or your hurricane relief, or anything, just really seriously anything. But would you consider for on this Thanksgiving being thankful for what you have and sharing just a little bit, even if it's $5 or $10, share a little bit with someone else who's in need. I would ask that maybe you guys have a soft spot for someone else on this Thanksgiving Day. And I am going to, as soon as this video is over, I'm going to grab my wallet and I'm going to donate directly to that young lady who wrote to John. She does have a GoFundMe, which I'm sure a lot of fire victims do have a GoFundMe, and I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and give a little money. I want to put a little, I'll give it a little life by giving a little sketchiness here on the edges. I feel like that needs a little something. Needed those little dark, kind of like eyelashes almost. Yeah. I don't usually shade with pen, but seems to want it. So here we go. So yeah, on this Thanksgiving Day, would you, if you have some spare change or whatever, you know, drop it in the local Salvation Army as you're shopping. Tomorrow on Black Friday, you're going to be out there doing all that buying stuff. You know, you're going to buy yourself. You know you're going to do it. You're going to look at that $800 TV that's on sale for $500, and you're going to go out and buy yourself that sucker. You know, put $5 in the Salvation Army guys little bucket, because you know, do something for somebody. Make the world a better place by reaching out and giving what you can. I'm not saying, you know, spend all your money. Just do what you can. Because I know I don't have a whole whopping a lot of money. I'm still recovering from when I was off from my foot thing, because, you know, disability does not pay as well as your job. But, you know, so this Christmas is going to be a little more lean than previous Christmases, but I'm going to still reach out to others. And yeah, I'm going to do that as soon as I turn off this video. My wallet's coming out. Just saying. It would be nice if you guys did too. That's really weird and interesting and kind of creepy, and I love it. Alright, I think I'm done. You guys have an awesome Thanksgiving Day. I will see you tomorrow. And it's not going to let me get everything in there. Okay, yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Don't have too much of turkey overload. And I will be back. I'll be working on Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, I know that. All right, you have a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.